My delightful audience, welcome back. Today, we unravel the sinister tapestry of lies where shadows writhe and truth sharpens its claws. Shall we dive into the chaos? Let's begin. Ah, yes, the fraudulent ones, the liars, the schemers, the pretenders who stitched their empire together with threads of deception and manipulations. They thought they could bury the truth, suffocate it, and drown it in the shadows. But they underestimated one thing. Truth is like fire. It cannot be snuffed out, no matter how much they try. It will scorch everything in its path and leave nothing but ashes of their lies behind. They want you to stay quiet. They want you to retreat into the silence of your own mind, to second-guess your every word, to swallow the truth that burns inside you. They want you to remain small, insignificant, docile, so they can continue their reign of deception, knowing that the truth you carry within you is the very thing that threatens to dismantle their fragile empire. Your truth is a weapon, a sword forged in the fires of experience, pain, and revelation. It has the power to cut through their lies, to expose the deceit that has allowed them to thrive. They know this. They fear it. That is why they try to silence you, to bury your voice under the weight of their manipulations, to make you doubt yourself, your worth, your very existence. But understand this. Their fear of you is not a sign of your weakness. It is a testament to your power. The truth you possess is not just a fleeting idea, a passing thought. It is a force, a tidal wave of clarity that can destroy everything they have worked so hard to build on a foundation of falsehoods. They want you to stay quiet because deep down, they know that once you speak your truth, once you stand up and show the world who you really are, their empire of lies will crumble. They will be exposed for what they are, nothing but empty shells, hiding behind masks of falsehoods, pretending to be something they are not. Do not let them dictate your silence. Do not let them trap you in the darkness of their lies. The truth is yours to own, to wield, to share with the world. And once you release it, once you allow it to spill out from the depths of your soul, there will be no stopping the destruction it brings. The world will be forced to face the consequences of their deception. They will be forced to reckon with the lies they have told and the damage they have caused. And in that reckoning, you will stand tall, unapologetic, unyielding. It is easy to be silent. It is easy to let the weight of their manipulation keep you in check, to play the game by their rules. It is easy to allow yourself to shrink, to fade into the background, to let your voice go unheard. But let me ask you this. What will happen when you finally realize that your silence only serves to protect them? What will happen when you realize that the very thing you are trying to protect, the peace you think you are preserving by staying quiet, is the very thing that is allowing them to continue their deception? Your silence is not the solution. It is the weapon they use against you. They know that if they can silence you, they can keep their lies intact. They know that if they can make you doubt your own truth, they can continue their reign of terror unchallenged. But you must not allow them that power. You must not allow them to take your voice, to take your truth, to take the very essence of who you are. You have a responsibility now, a responsibility to yourself, to those who have suffered under their lies, to the world that deserves to know the truth. You cannot remain silent any longer. You cannot allow them to control the narrative, to shape reality with their deception. You are the keeper of the truth, and it is time for you to rise, to step forward, to speak out. I know the fear you feel. I know the doubt that creeps into your mind, the voice that tells you that you are not strong enough, not worthy enough, not capable enough to stand against them. But let me remind you of something important. Fear is the tool of the oppressor. It is the chain they use to keep you bound. And once you break free from that fear, Once you realize that your truth is more powerful than their lies, there will be no force on earth that can stop you. They want you to stay quiet because they are afraid of what will happen when you finally speak. They know that once you speak the truth, there will be no turning back. Once the truth is out there, once it is spoken aloud, it will echo in the hearts and minds of all who hear it. It will shatter their carefully crafted illusions. It will expose their weaknesses, their insecurities, their corruption. It will reveal the ugly truths they have been hiding for so long, the truths they thought they could bury forever. And when that happens, they will not know what to do. They will not know how to cope with the destruction of their empire. They will not know how to handle the fallout of their lies. They will be lost in the chaos of their own making, scrambling to repair the damage they have caused. But by then, it will be too late. The truth will have already been spoken, and nothing can undo its power. So do not stay quiet. Do not let them win. Do not let them continue their reign of deception without challenge. Your truth is your weapon, your shield, your power. And once you wield it, once you let it loose, there will be no force in the world that can stand against you. They want you to stay quiet because they know that your truth will ruin them. They know that once you speak, once you reveal the lies they have been hiding behind, their world will come crashing down. They know that their carefully constructed facade will shatter into 1,000 pieces, and there will be no way to put it back together again. But they also know that their biggest weapon is your fear of speaking out, of standing up, of revealing the truth. They rely on that fear to keep you in check, to keep you silent. But what they do not realize is that fear is a fleeting thing. It is a momentary weakness, a shadow that can be cast aside when you choose to rise above it. And once you rise, once you find the strength within yourself to speak the truth, that fear will no longer hold you back. It will no longer have any power over you. And in that moment, you will become unstoppable. You have the power to destroy their empire. You have the power to expose the lies, to bring their deceit into the light. You have the power to turn their world upside down and watch as it crumbles to the ground. All you need to do is speak the truth. All you need to do is find the courage to stand tall, to rise above their manipulation, to refuse to be silent. The world is waiting for your truth. The world is waiting for you to step forward and reveal the lies that have been hidden for so long. The world is waiting for you to speak the words that will bring their empire to its knees. And when you do, when you finally speak the truth, you will not just be freeing yourself, you will be freeing everyone who has suffered under their lies. You will be setting the world on fire with the truth, and there will be no force powerful enough to put it out. So rise, speak. Do not let them keep you quiet any longer. Your truth is the weapon they fear, and it is time to use it. The world is waiting for you. And when you speak, when you reveal the lies that have held you back, you will not only destroy them, you will destroy the chains that have kept you in silence. You will break free, and nothing will ever be the same again. The fraudulent ones, the ones who have made their life's work about controlling the narrative, manipulating minds, and crafting illusions, have no idea the fire they are playing with. For in every lie they tell, every deceit they sow, they plant the seeds of their own destruction. Every mask they wear, every falsehood they breathe, they grow weaker and weaker, more fragile with every passing moment. And yet, they continue, like parasites feeding off the lies they have woven into the fabric of the world around them. They thrive on the silence they impose, and they want you to remain silent because they know, yes, they know, that your voice is a hurricane waiting to be unleashed. It will tear their empire apart and leave their falsehoods scattered to the wind. They want you to remain in the shadows, hidden behind the walls of uncertainty. They want you to think that your voice is not worthy, that your story is insignificant. They want you to shrink back and allow them to control the narrative, because they understand that if you ever stand tall, if you ever step out into the light and speak the truth, you will expose them for what they are. They understand the destructive power that lies within you, and they are terrified of it. Your voice is the knife that can slice through their deceit, and the sharpness of your words can unravel everything they have spent their lives constructing. But do you understand the depth of your own power? Do you realize that your silence only serves them? That your compliance with their wishes, your submission to their control, is the very thing that allows them to thrive? They want you to remain small, because small voices cannot shatter empires. Small voices do not pose a threat to their carefully sculpted lies. But you, yes, you are not small. You are not weak. You are not insignificant. Your truth is the tidal wave that will come crashing down, sweeping away everything in its path. And they know this. The truth you carry is not just a reflection of your life, your experience, or your feelings. It is a weapon forged in the fires of struggle, tempered with the sharp edges of pain, and carved out of the unyielding will to survive. Your truth is not something that can be dismissed with a wave of their hand. It is not something they can erase with their lies. It is a truth so undeniable, so unshakable, that once it is spoken, it will echo throughout the world. They know this. That is why they will do everything in their power to make you doubt your truth, to silence your voice before it ever has a chance to be heard. They know that once you speak, the ground beneath them will tremble. They know that once your words reach the air, their facade will crumble. But do not be fooled into thinking that their power is real. Do not let their deceit convince you that they are invincible. They are not. Their empire of lies is built on nothing but hollow promises, fragile fabrications, and fleeting illusions. It is a house of cards that will collapse the moment the truth shines its light upon it. They have spent years, decades, perhaps even lifetimes weaving this web of deception, but it is all held together with the thread of your silence. Your compliance with their demands to remain quiet is the only thing keeping their falsehoods from collapsing under the weight of reality. But that thread is breaking. It is fraying. And with each passing day, it becomes weaker and weaker. You may not feel it yet, but deep within you, something is stirring. The truth inside you is beginning to claw its way to the surface. You can feel it, can't you? You can feel it burning, itching, longing to be set free. The more you stay quiet, the more unbearable it becomes. And that, my friends, is the moment when the power truly shifts, when you can no longer keep the truth locked inside. When the weight of it becomes too much to bear, you'll finally understand the strength you hold. You're not just fighting for yourself. You're not just fighting to have your voice heard. No, your fight is much larger than that. Your fight is for everyone who has been silenced by their lies, for everyone who has suffered in the shadows, for everyone who has been told that their truth does not matter. Your fight is for those who have been manipulated, gaslit, and discarded by those who think they are invincible. Your fight is for justice. Your fight is for the world that deserves to see the truth, to know what has been hidden in the darkness for far too long. And when you speak, when you finally find the courage to step into the light and let your voice ring out, everything will change. You will not just be freeing yourself from the shackles of silence, you will be freeing others too. You will give them permission to stand tall, to speak their truth, to rise above the lies that have kept them bound for so long. Your words will inspire others to reclaim their power, to break free from the chains of fear and doubt that have held them captive. And together, you will create a ripple effect that cannot be stopped. Together, you will tear down the walls they have built around you. Together, you will expose the lies for what they are. They want you to stay quiet, to retreat into the shadows of their control. They want you to believe that your truth is insignificant, that it does not matter. But I am here to tell you that nothing could be further from the truth. Your truth matters. It matters because it is the only thing that can save you from their manipulation. It matters because it is the only thing that can expose them for the frauds they are. It matters because it is the one thing they fear the most. Your truth is the sword that will pierce their armor. Your truth is the storm that will tear down their walls. And once the truth is unleashed, there will be no going back. They will not be able to hide from it. They will not be able to silence it. They will not be able to control it. You may not see it yet, but the moment you speak your truth, you will become a force of nature. You will become a hurricane that will destroy everything in its path. You will become the wave that crashes against their lies, the fire that burns away their deceit. And when the dust settles, when the chaos subsides, you will be standing there, unbroken, unapologetic, and free. And they, those who have lied, those who have manipulated, those who have hidden behind their falsehoods, will be left in ruins. Their empire will be gone, their power will be shattered, and they will be forced to face the consequences of their actions. Do not fear the chaos that will come when you speak your truth. Do not fear the destruction it will bring, for in the destruction, there is freedom, there is rebirth, there is the chance to rebuild from the ashes of their lies. The world will not remain the same after you speak. It cannot. Their empire will fall, but the truth will rise. And in the aftermath, you will see the world for what it truly is. You will see the power of truth, the power of your voice, the power of the one thing they could never control, you. So rise, speak. Do not stay silent any longer. The world is waiting. Your truth is waiting. And once you unleash it, nothing will ever be the same again. They want you to stay quiet because they fear the power you hold. But you are stronger than their fear. You are greater than their lies, and you will rise. The time for silence is over. The time for truth has come. Let us pause for a moment, my friends, and reflect on the world that we have lived in, the world they want us to remain silent in. It's a world filled with false promises, glittering illusions, and fabricated stories that have been woven to cover up the stark reality of what truly lies beneath. But in this illusion, you have been raised to believe that you are powerless. You have been conditioned to shrink, to hide, to remain silent in the face of overwhelming oppression. They have convinced you that speaking out would be pointless, that your truth would have no effect, that your voice would be swallowed by the noise of the world. They want you to believe that your silence is your survival. They want you to think that by staying quiet, you will avoid the wrath of those who have built their entire existence on lies. But let me tell you something. That silence is not your salvation. It is your prison. They know that as long as you remain quiet, they are free to do as they please, to weave their web of lies without challenge. They know that your silence means that the world will never hear the truth that could bring their reign to an end. But the truth, my friends, is far more powerful than they could ever imagine. And once you understand that, once you realize that your truth is the one thing they fear more than anything else, you will stop hiding. You will stop being silent. They have created this world, a world where silence is the currency of survival, where only the loudest, most ruthless voices are allowed to thrive. They have made you believe that only those who are willing to compromise, to play their games, to silence their inner truths are worthy of success. They have manipulated you into thinking that if you speak out, if you stand up, you will be crushed, ignored, or punished. But this, my friends, is a lie. They want you to believe that your voice does not matter, that your truth does not hold any weight in this world, They want you to feel insignificant. They want you to think that no one will listen to what you have to say. And they do this because they know the truth you carry is dangerous to them. They know that once you begin to speak your truth, it will ignite a fire that will burn through their carefully constructed world of lies. It will expose everything they have hidden, every wrong they have committed, every dark corner they have swept their deeds into. But they do not have the power to silence you forever. They may have manipulated the systems, twisted the narratives, and created an environment where truth is often drowned out by the noise of their lies. But they cannot destroy the truth that lives within you. They cannot bury the fire that burns inside your soul, the fire that longs to be set free. And you, my friends, you are the key to unlocking that fire. You are the one who holds the power to dismantle the empire they have built on deceit. You are the one who can bring their house of cards crashing down. Understand this. They want you to stay quiet because they know that the moment you speak, everything changes. They know that once the truth is spoken, the world will be forced to reckon with it. No longer will they be able to hide behind their lies. No longer will they be able to control the narrative. The truth is the ultimate weapon, and they know that. That is why they are so afraid of it. That is why they have spent so much time and energy trying to keep you silent. But the truth is not something they can control. They can try to suppress it, to bury it, to drown it out with their noise. But in the end, it will always rise to the surface. The truth is like water. It cannot be contained. It will find a way to break free, to escape the confines they have placed upon it. And when it does, it will be unstoppable. Your truth, your voice, is no different. It is powerful beyond measure. It is a force of nature that cannot be denied. Now, think about the fear they have of your truth. Why do they fear it so much? Why do they go to such lengths to silence you? It is because your truth threatens everything they have worked for. It threatens their power. It threatens their influence. It threatens the very foundation of the world they have created, a world built on lies and deceit. They cannot afford for you to speak your truth, because they know that once you do, everything they have constructed will come crashing down. The facade they have so carefully built will shatter, and they will be exposed for who they truly are. And what are they really? What are the people who thrive on deception, who live their lives built on the backs of lies? They are nothing but hollow shells. They are weak, fragile, insecure beings who have no power of their own. The only reason they appear strong is because they have convinced you to be silent. They have convinced you that they are invincible, that their lies are unassailable. But nothing could be further from the truth. They are afraid. They are terrified that if you speak, if you stand up, if you reveal the truth, everything they have built will come crashing down. They are like the Wizard of Oz, bluffing their way through life, hiding behind the curtain of deception, afraid of being exposed for the frauds they are. But you are the one who can expose them. You are the one who can pull back the curtain and show the world who they really are. You are the one who can shine the light of truth into their darkness, revealing the lies they have lived by for so long. And once you do that, once the world sees them for what they truly are, there will be no going back. Their power will crumble. Their influence will fade. They will be nothing more than a memory, a shadow of the past. And you, my friends, you will be the one who made that happen. They want you to stay quiet because they know that if you speak, if you tell the world what you know, their world will collapse. But they do not realize that silence is not the answer. Silence is the very thing that keeps them in power. Silence is what allows them to keep their lies intact. Silence is what allows them to keep manipulating you and the world around you. But the moment you speak, the moment you stop allowing them to control your voice, everything changes. You are not just speaking for yourself. You are speaking for everyone who has been silenced by their lies. You are speaking for everyone who has been oppressed, manipulated, and discarded. You are speaking for everyone who has been told that their truth does not matter, and when you speak, others will follow. Your voice will give them the courage to speak their truth as well, and together, you will create a movement, a revolution that cannot be stopped. You will expose the lies. You will tear down the walls. You will shatter the empire of deceit that has been built over generations. But they will not go down easily. They will fight to keep you silent. They will try to make you doubt yourself. They will try to make you question whether your truth is worth speaking. They will throw obstacles in your way. They will try to convince you that you are wrong, that you are crazy, that you are better off staying quiet, but you must resist. You must stand firm in the face of their intimidation. You must remember that their fear of you is not a sign of your weakness, but a testament to your power. You hold the key to their destruction. You hold the weapon that will bring their empire to its knees, and all you have to do is speak. All you have to do is find the courage to tell the truth. When you do that, you will not just be freeing yourself from the chains of silence. You will be freeing the entire world. You will be the spark that ignites the fire of truth, and once that fire is lit, there will be no stopping it. So, rise up. Speak your truth. Do not let them control you any longer. The world needs your voice. The world needs your truth. And when you speak, when you stand tall in the face of their lies, you will change the world forever. Your silence has held power for too long. Now, let your truth roar. Let it shatter the darkness. Let it expose the lies. Let it bring down the empire they have built on deception. The world is waiting for you to speak. And when you do, you will be unstoppable. In the end, remember this. They want you to stay quiet because they fear the power of your truth. But your silence is not your strength. It is your prison. Your truth is the weapon they cannot control, the force they cannot deny. So rise, speak, and let your voice shake the foundations of their empire. The moment you step into the light, the moment you speak your truth, everything changes. You are not just freeing yourself, you are freeing others. And together, you will tear down their lies and build a world where truth reigns supreme. The time for silence is over. It's your time to speak.